All right, what's up, fellas? This is Trent here, and last weekend I got to try out the Cintiq Companion Hybrid, and I didn't get a chance to try out some of the software. I was using some of the other Wacom proprietary software, and you got to see a video of me sketching with that, but I wanted to show you guys Sketchbook Pro by Autodesk, and in my previous video, I was only able to report on the free version of Sketchbook, and that one didn't support the full range of pressure sensitivity with this device, but I am pleased to say that that Sketchbook Pro absolutely does, and it works awesome. It almost feels like this software was designed with the Cintiq Companion in mind. There's very fine size brushes, there's larger brushes, there's a lot of modified tools that you can use. I'm not sure if you can import your own shapes into brushes with Sketchbook Pro. I'm actually very unfamiliar with some of the more detailed features of the software, but if you get one of these devices, you have to get this software. I think it's about $4.50, and it's hands down the best tool to be drawing in on the companion hybrid, the Android version. And I would almost venture to say that, like, as a professional, I would still use this. It was very easy to export the file into an email. I believe that you can just export directly to a Dropbox as well if you work off of like a cloud storage type of a thing. As you can see, like, I wanted to show you guys the speed at which you can work, because a lot of people were, and reasonably so, you'd be concerned with things like lag. How much of the pressure sensitivity range do you get? Does it feel clunky? And I mean, my style of drawing for this piece, I was a little bit more focused on, like, I was drawing something familiar, so and I was kind of working a little bit slow. That's me. That's not the device or the software. It performs very quickly. It actually moves very smooth. The action on this thing is pretty tops. But the thing that I noticed is sometimes when you load up a drawing tool, it feels like you're drawing on an iPad, and it's like you're drawing with a big rubber thumb or something. But this is definitely not the case with this. I felt like there's precision. I felt like there was control. I felt like I was working on a Cintiq. It's the camera here is a little bit blurry, and I apologize for that. That's not the device, and that's not the software. That's because I'm using a GoPro and I'm zoomed in quite a bit. I actually have to send the device back to Wacom tomorrow, but I wanted to shoot a video tonight after I got finished with some of my work, because I felt like this was really important. If I were considering getting a Cintiq Companion, I would actually seriously consider this for professionals and beginners. If you want a digital sketchbook or a digital, like a painting kind of a device, I think this is the best one on the market for an artist, professional and or beginner. I'm not sure what they run for, how much they cost, but the downside is of course you're not going to have your full suite of Windows software. If you use other tools like an animation software that's Windows based, if you are used to using your Windows based type of file structure, things like that, you're going to be missing those things with this device. But if you just want like a kick-ass digital sketchbook, see, you can see I'm moving pretty quickly here. You can kind of see there's very little lag with that. It feels smooth. Um, and even with the bigger brush sizes, on this image, I'm working on a piece that's about 2500 by 2500, and that's pretty standard size. That's not like I mean, this day and age, maybe if you're watching this video in 2020, you might laugh at that, but that's because that's the what 10K era. But anyway, this is a pretty good file size, and I wanted to get in really close here, and again, I'm sorry I don't have like an HD camera set up with, like, really crisp lighting or anything like that. I did my best to modify the video so that you can actually see the range. if you're curious to see the level of detail that this thing is capable of, in its final glory, you can jump ahead to the very end of the video. I've posted a crisp exported JPEG zoomed in, so you can kind of take a look at the some of the finer details that you're capable of. I found that there was a good range of brush types and brush sizes, and also Sketchbook Pro allows you to make some adjustments to the whether you want to set the pressure sensitivity to opacity or to the brush size itself, and kind of work like a, I guess, what you'd be used to from something similar to Photoshop. But I found that this is the best option for sketching with the companion hybrid. And the character that I'm drawing here is actually a character from a comic that I did for a while called Twilight Monk. It's currently being developed as an indie game as well. Here I'm showing you a little bit of the speed of working with the largest brush at its largest size. And I kind of wanted to show you guys how well that pressure sensitivity works, so that you can get an idea. It's not like you're working with a big rubber thumb like some apps. It actually does feel pretty comfortable, and it has a damn good range too. It doesn't feel like finger painting or anything like that. It's a precise pen. It's a precise tool, and it's a professional level too. And so anyway, this is a character named Desmond from the Twilight Monk series. He's sort of I guess he's sort of a bit of a rapscallion. He's a wanderer, and so his hair is a little bit uncapped. You know, his demeanor is a little bit smirky, his attitude's a little snarky, and he's just kind of a vagabond type of a character. And so, if you're interested in the characters of Twilight Monk, stop by twilightmonk.com, and you can check out the indie game. It's a platforming side scroller, and I'll probably be doing a lot of the artwork for it on a Cintiq companion if I can get to keep one. This one I've got to send back tomorrow, sadly. But I hopefully will get a chance to evaluate the Windows 8 version as well. And sorry for the camera jostle here. I did notice that when pinching, like at first I thought that would be a little weird to combine the touch screen with the drawing, but it actually works really well. It's very intuitive, because I mean, I'm used to using an iPhone or other touch screen smartphones, so it felt really natural to just kind of like grab and pinch. It didn't work as well when I had my thumb on the undo button. That was a little bit of a different thing, and I wonder just how much you can customize the interface, with Sketchbook Pro and with the device itself. I think you could probably work out something very efficient and effective to work in some quick keys and masking and things of that nature. I did notice that with Sketchbook Pro you can't, and maybe I could be wrong on this, I've been corrected on this before, this kind of thing, but I don't know if you can actually create a selection, copy it, and then paste it into a new layer. If somebody knows how to do that, please post that in the comments below. I could use that little pro tip. I wanted to speak also a little bit, just very briefly, because I haven't got a lot of exposure to it yet, but you can plug in the hybrid into PC Tower and just kind of operate your normal PC environment on it as if it's just a Cintiq that's plugged in. Which is pretty badass. When I tried it, there was no lag. It didn't slow down at all. There were some questions about that kind of performance, and I can report it worked pretty much as you would expect as a normal Cintiq. It was not all that dissimilar from the 13 HD Cintiq that you might be familiar with. And on that note, I think that covers all of the questions. I definitely highly recommend that you check out this software if you've got yourself a Cintiq companion, specifically the Android version. And if not, and you're thinking about getting one of these, I would say this is awesome as a sketchbook. Would it replace your PC, your work machine? I really don't know about that. It depends on what your work is. If your job is to draw comic books, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I think it pretty much covers all your bases in that regard. You can do some pretty kick-ass ink work with it. You can get pretty precise. You can clean it up, and then just plug it into a tower for any fine-tuning on a larger monitor if you needed to make sure that it looks good at a higher resolution display. Um, if you're a professional that does like painting for magazine covers, man, I think you could. And it was certainly is compelling because it's such a lightweight device with a sweet battery life. But I don't know. That might take some adjusting, and I'm not sure that it would really satisfy you entirely. But if you're that level of a pro, you probably got the extra cheddar to just like drop 2500 on the full Windows 8 version and just use your normal software that you've already got. But for everybody else that's considering one of these, if you just want something that's like a sketchbook that you can take out to the park, take to sketch groups, or just kind of have with you wherever you go, it's baller, dude. It's really awesome. And I think that kind of wraps up all of the major questions and concerns that I had listed in the comments from my previous video. If you haven't seen that, check out my channel. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, or you like my artwork, or you're curious to see how indie games are made, or concept art is made for video games, subscribe, dude. Seriously, nobody's going to judge you for that. And, for the rest of this video, I'm just going to let it ride and kind of speed it up a little bit because you don't want to see me doodle. All right, I'll catch you guys later.